Current Electrifying News, Episode 7. Is India going green? Well, I have to say yes, they are. I've been in Delhi and now Jaipur for some days now, and the transformation since I was last here 13, 14 years ago, it's fantastic. They now have a lot of electric buses, and EVs are beginning to make inroads, certainly in the taxi area, but private vehicles as well. Now, in Delhi, they've increased the number of electric buses by another 350 to take the total to 1,650. And their plan is by 2026 to have 11,000 electric buses, or 80% of their fleet, plying their trade on the streets of Delhi. I think that's pretty damn good. They've also got Euro 6 emissions control. Australia, are you listening? And they're trying to get rid of diesel-engined cars from the streets. Now, there are two main manufacturers here in India, Tata Motors and Mahindra Motors, and they're both now building battery electric vehicles. Chargers are being installed, so progress is being made. Now, I've heard that they're also looking at giving companies such as Tesla some import tax concessions, because at the moment there's 100% import tax, which is a little bit expensive. But, you know, things are progressing well. And I've also just literally a few minutes ago read these figures that in India, 2.1% of all new vehicles sold were electric. Pretty damn good. BYD is looking at building a manufacturing plant in Mexico. Now, they're currently in negotiations with local authorities in Mexico. They're already expanding in Brazil and Europe, building factories there. But this development could mean that BYD EVs will get into America. So all you Americans who want BYDs, just hang on for a bit longer. In France, the subsidies for buying an electric vehicle have been cut for higher income households. And it's been cut from €5,000 to €4,000. Still pretty bloody good, but lower income households are still going to get €7,500. That's a bloody nice subsidy, isn't it? Wish our government in Australia would give out those sorts of monies, which is equivalent to about 12,300 Australian dollars. That's certainly going to encourage a few people to buy electric vehicles. Krysler, which is a US Stellantis subsidiary, showed off its concept sports coupe. Now, it's based on the Stellantis STLA large battery. Supposedly it will have an 800 volt architecture and a lithium sulfur battery pack. Now, this battery is from Lytton, which is supported by Stellantis. I'm still not sure about lithium sulfur batteries, but you know, it's only a concept, so will it ever make it into production? LG Energy Solutions has secured a heap more lithium from my neck of the woods in Western Australia. Wesfarmers Chemicals, Energy and Fertilisers are going to supply 85,000 tonnes of lithium concentrate, which will be going into battery manufacturing of cathodes, probably in the North American market. Now, they've actually already got an order for 50,000 tonnes of lithium hydroxide from 2022 over 5 years. But this order is for concentrate, and that 80,000 will only make about 11,000 tonnes of lithium hydroxide. South Korea, in 2023, there were 162,507 battery electric vehicles sold out of a total of around 1.74 million, which equates to about 9.3%, which is slightly better than Australia. Unfortunately, though, this is a drop from 9.7% the year before. Now, it was reported in the Korea Herald that this drop was due to concerns over the lack of charging infrastructure and the higher costs. And I can see where they are coming from. Western Australia, we don't really have a brilliant charging infrastructure, and certainly in Australia the costs of an EV are somewhat higher than the internal combustion engine equivalent. BYD are to launch their premium brand, Yangwan, their U9 electric supercar on February the 25th. Its price tag is going to be in the region of RMB 1 million or 135,000 US dollars. Yeah. Supposedly, though, it's going to hit 300 kilometers an hour and have a 0 to 100 time of under 3 seconds. It's going to have 4 electric motors with 240 kilowatts or 321 horsepower. Give it a total of almost 1,300 horsepower. Woo! And finally, Hyundai has broken ranks with the other major legacy automakers to support the Australian government's new vehicle emission standards. Well done, Hyundai. Now, they're going to support option B. They've got option A, B and C, and the government have always said they're going to go with B. So they've just given A and C to look like they're doing something, typical government. But Hyundai are going to support option B. They're going to have a couple of little caveats on that, when they're going to outline those caveats when they give their submission to the government, which has got to be done by March the 4th, I think. Thanks very much for watching. Look, whilst I'm travelling, it can be difficult to get these episodes out, but I'm going to persevere. My next video that I've got planned, that's editing at the moment, is my interview with Rosie Barnes from Engineering with Rosie. Hopefully that will be out within 2 days. It just depends upon Wi-Fi and hotels. Now, I found her to be very, very interesting to talk to. Okay, so look out for that one. Now, don't forget, can you click that like and subscribe button below? It really does help me out. And also feel free to make any comments. Nice ones, of course. It all helps the algorithm on YouTube. Now, in the description below, I've also got links to Patreon and Ko-fi if you'd like to help me out financially, along with links for my Tesla referral and so on. And I'll see you all very soon.